Promoting the growth of the tabletop sports hobby, this is Imagisport.
Favorite though, Banner's the favorite. He gets 2 points for a knee breaker. Dickerson clutches his knee. We're going to get a pin attempt here. It's going to be a C for Big Dog Dickerson, so he needs an 11 to 23. There's 1. There is 2. And there is 3. And we have our finalists set for the tag team number 1 contendership. Banner in America will be facing off against Foreign Destruction on the next show. The negotiator comes into the ring here to check on his men. We're going to go to Highlight Reel X for the post-match. My apologies for moving the camera there a little bit. The instruction booklets seem to have grabbed my camera. But let's go to Highlight Reel X. And it's going to be a 52. The Hotbox ally of the defeated wrestler, upset by condescending comments of the opponent, increased the ally's grudge grade by 1 point. Uh-oh. What's this? Coming into the ring now, another protege, if you will, of the negotiator, the Lobsterman, the World Heavyweight Champion. We haven't seen him in quite a while. He directs some threatening words to Banner in America. Banner in America are not going to fight or back down, that's for sure. Kwang Choi is going to come out here as well just to provide some backup. And basically, there's some arguments going on here between the Lobsterman and Kwang Choi as we are towards the tail end of our broadcast today. But
Imagisport presents Old School Wrestling, featuring the stars of the Old School Wrestling Association. All OSWA matches are simulated using Face to the Mat from PLAAY Games. You can order your own copy of Face to the Mat along with various wrestler card sets by going to the PLAAY Games website at www.play.com. Now, let's go to the OSWA studios.
Hello there and welcome to Old School Wrestling here on Imagisport. We're going to get right to the action with our opening contest scheduled for one fall. And introducing first, coming into the ring from Commerce, Oklahoma, weighing in at 265 pounds, this is Terry Crash Bradley. Crash Bradley, a popular wrestler here in the Old School Wrestling Association, makes his way to the ring as he awaits his opponent. Again, I want to thank you for joining us after a long hiatus. His opponent has blaming Crash Bradley for an injury that happened to Mr. Everything a few months back. So we're going to see that opponent right now. His opponent represents the Blue Collar Mafia and is accompanied to the ring by the Blue Collar Mafia leader, Roger the Welder Elder, from Omaha, Mississippi, weighing in at 280 pounds. This is the Steamroller, Kevin Linton. All right, Kevin Linton making his way to the ring, and he is staring daggers right at Crash Bradley with Roger Elder in tow. Linton, the former OSWA World Heavyweight Champion, steps his way through the ropes, already pointing the finger at Bradley, wants to get his hands on him for what he feels was a grave travesty. He blames Crash Bradley for injuring Mr. Everything in a post-match melee in a previous episode of Old School Wrestling. Let's go to the pre-match and see what's going to happen here. And it's going to be Highlight Reel 061. Commissioner interrupts the TV interview to express disappointment with the favored wrestler's performance, increased the wrestler's grudge grade 2 points. So basically, in this instance, Z is coming out and he doesn't understand why Linton is blaming Crash Bradley for all of this. He thinks that is just a bunch of malarkey and he should just stick to wrestling. Linton doesn't really like that too much, so he's going to get angry about it. So his grudge grade is going to go up to a 5 here. So it's a 5 for the grudge grade for Kevin Linton. All right, Roger Elder makes his way to the outside of the ring. And so the referee checks both wrestlers. He thinks everything's okay. And so we're underway for our return of old school wrestling here to the channel. Neither wrestler is a title holder here, so we're going to go to powerful. Linton is powerful all the time, so he is going to get a D6 roll here. So he is going to get 6 big points for his super power slam. So a big lead there. He is not letting up on Crash Bradley. But now we're going to have the trailing wrestler. Crash Bradley is going to come back with 2 points with an evade tactic. And then, let's see, he's going to follow up with his specialty roll, his Demolition Derby, for another point to try to mount some sort of a rally here. But now we're going to go to strong, and that's going to go to Crash Bradley as well, being strong in a circle and trailing. So he's actually going to put Kevin Linton in a submission hold, and so Linton needs a 1 to 4 to break it, and he will do so rather easily. Trailing wrestler again, that is Crash Bradley, and he's going to get 3 points here for a reverse and a big boot. So we have a slobber knocker here in the early going on this episode. Going to go to cheat now. Now, in this instance, Linton is a heel, so instead of a question favorite, I usually put cheat here. So he's going to get the 3 points back for some illegal help from Roger the Welder Elder. No surprise there. So here we go. Is Linton agile? He is not agile, though. So we're going to go to quick, and Bradley is not quick. So we're just going to pick another card here. Powerful. Bradley is powerful on a square and trailing, so he's going to get 3 points to take the lead again with a Canadian backbreaker. And so cheat quality, again, that's going to go to Linton, and he's going to get 6 points for the cheat tactic. And that's going to bring him up to his finisher, the 380 loop detour body slam through legs pile driver, 11 to 44, and he's going to connect on the move, and he does rather easily. Plants Bradley down to the mat, covers him, hooks the leg, 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to do it. And Kevin Linton is your pretty resoundful winner here in our opening contest today. Gets a little bit of a revenge, at least in his mind, over Crash Bradley. Highlight Reel X is where we're going to go for the post-match. So let's go to that chart, and we're going to see what's going to happen here. It's going to be a 45. The Hotbox ally of the defeated wrestler gets riled up over comments of opponent in a TV interview. Increase the ally's grudge grade 3 points. So Croc Wilson's going to come out. He was involved in that melee as well, and he's pointing the finger at Kevin Linton and says, hey, we have some unfinished business here, and it looks like he might be making a challenge to Kevin Linton for OSWA Livewire. Maybe there might be a grudge match going. We'll see if we can get that signed here. And Croc Wilson will add his grudge grade points off camera. So Kevin Linton is your winner in our opening contest today, and we'll be back with more old school wrestling right after this timeout. And what a barn burner of an opening match that was on today's show. Again, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Old School Wrestling. Yes, I admit it has been a long time coming since our last episode. And of course, there were several reasons why. My laptop going belly up on me and having to fix that. And more recently now, I've been devoting a lot of time to designing my own game. And that is starting to enter the beta testing stage now. I'm not going to reveal any details until I publicly release the game, which, if everything goes right, will be sometime around the month of May. So stay tuned for that. But But onward to this episode of Old School Wrestling. Coming up on today's card here in just a little bit, Gaylord T. Good will make his OSWA in-ring debut. That will happen in just a matter of moments. And then 2 matches later on that both have implications for OSWA Livewire. First off, the Big Fish. He will defend the OSWA Television Championship once again. His opponent today is going to be the Kid Cowboy. And so if the Big Fish can win this one, then he will get that long-awaited rematch with Mother Mertz that Mother Mertz is chomping at the bit to get. If you recall, Mother Mertz was injured when the Big Fish defeated him for the OSWA TV Championship. Mother Mertz has been at home resting, but he will be fully recovered by the time Livewire rolls around. So that should be one heck of a matchup right there. And then our main event today. The winner of this match is going to be the number 1 contender for the OSWA Tag Team Championship. On one side, you have the Big Foreign Destruction team, Bingchun Yi and the Deep End. And on the other side of the coin, we have the All-American team of Sam Banner and Steve America. And you know that these two sides have been waging war for quite a while here in the OSWA, and now with the stakes the way they are, I expect nothing less than a complete and utter melee coming up in our main event today. But but first, again, Gaylord T. Good is going to be heading to the ring right now, so let's go and see him in action. Our next match here on Old School Wrestling is a singles match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, coming down the aisle now from Dixon, Tennessee, weighing in at 260 pounds, this is Honky Tonk Hank McPhee. The man with the fiddle, Hank McPhee. And not only that, a big chip on his shoulder as well makes his way into the ring. He has not been on the best of streaks lately here in the OSWA. And he's going to try to get that turned around today against a person familiar with the OSWA, but one that is making his in-ring debut. Let's see who it is right now. And his opponent hails from Pittsford, Vermont. Weighing in at 295 pounds, this is Gaylord T. Good. So, the self-proclaimed Green Mountain Boy, best friends of the good old boys Haystacks Hill and Ray Ed Hargis, Gaylord T. Good makes his OSWA in-ring debut today. So as he high-fives the fans, heading to the ringside, he's in the ring right now, so let's go ahead and see what's going to happen in the pre-match. And that is going to go to Highlight Reel R instead. So let's go ahead and flip to that particular Highlight Reel chart and see what we're going to have here. 23, the heel fooled into making a truce, reduced the grudge grade by 3 points. So Gaylord saying, hey Hank, you know, things aren't really as bad as they seem. And Hank is maybe opening up to that a little bit. Well, we'll see what becomes of that, but for right now, his grudge grade is going to be decreased from a 4 to a 1. All right, so with that in mind, ref calls for the bell. Here we go. Gaylord T. Good, Hank McPhee. We have a signature if the wrestler scored on the last fact asking card, so we're just going to bypass that. So we're going to go to Agile instead, and Hank McPhee is going to be Agile here. He's going to have 3 points for a monkey flip and reverse, and then he's going to do his specialty, the fiddle sticker, for another 2 points, and then that sends Gaylord T. Good reeling here. But now we're going to go to the highlight reel. So roll again, A or B. We'll go odd for A, even for B here. It's odd, so we're going to go to highlight reel A. There we are. And here's that roll, 36. Cheap shot not noticed by the ref. Now fight breaks out. And so Hank McPhee gets his fiddle, cracks Gaylord T. Good over the head with it. The ref calls for the immediate disqualification. All hell's breaking loose. Here comes Haystacks Hill to come down to check on Gaylord T. Good. Ray Ed Hargis as well. Hank McPhee is bailing out of the ring. And let's just say that this story is not really concluded just yet. Let's go to the post-match here, and we're going to go to highlight reel X for that. So, man, Hank McPhee, he's just getting frustrated among frustrated. Winning wrestler gets overconfident, though, so Gaylord T. Good is going to have one decreased from his grudge grade. It's already at a -1, so we'll change to a -2 off camera. But as the good old boys help Gaylord T. Good to the back after Hank McPhee is long gone left. But Good is your winner by disqualification here on Old School Wrestling. Now we're going to be set up for the Ringside Lounge, so we're going to go to that momentarily. You are watching Old School Wrestling exclusively here on Imagisport. Okay, and welcome to this special edition of the Ringside Lounge here on Old School Wrestling. This is going to be the contract signing for the main event of OSWA Livewire, the World Heavyweight title match between the champion Lobsterman and his challenger Kwang Choi. As you can see here on the set, the Lobsterman is accompanied by his agent, the negotiator Vince O'Segura, and also Lucky Lou Cool, the host of the Ringside Lounge, presiding over things, as well as our commissioner, the man called Z, just to make sure no physicality occurs during this contract signing. Let's go to highlight reel I, see what happens during this contract signing 41. Let's see. Both celebrities join host and guest for the show. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to re-roll. 51 here. Guest excites the audience to a fever pitch with an incredible speech. The audience goes nuts. Increase the guest's TV grades 2 letter grades. So basically what's happening here is Kwang Choi, he really pulled off a very, very powerful and emotional promo here. One that kind of left Lobsterman and the negotiator speechless. So going into this main event match on Livewire, his TV grade is going to go up from a B to a AA. So his stock is rising at the right time. Will Kwang Choi be the one that could dethrone the Lobsterman, the long reigning OSWA World Heavyweight Champion? Time will tell on that, as we have to wait until Livewire to find that one out. Let's go back to the studio for another update. Once again, you are watching Old School Wrestling exclusively here on Imagisport. I don't know about you, but after witnessing what just happened on the Ringside Lounge, I cannot wait until the Lobsterman and Kwang Choi lock up inside the squared circle in that world title match. It is going to be a historic one, no doubt about that. We're going to bring you the full run of what the card is going to look like for Livewire at the end of today's show. But for right now, I just want to let you know that this edition of Old School Wrestling is being sponsored by PLAAY Games, the makers of Face to the Mat, the official game engine of the Old School Wrestling Association. Face to the Mat, as always, is on sale on the PLAAY website. The game you can get for $63, and you can get card sets either in printed form or in PDF format. The most recent set is the 2025 Wrestle America Federation and Access Entertainment productions, and you can have your own interpromotional war with that if you want. Or if you're like me and you like a little bit of an older theme, then you can go with the 70s, 80s, or 90s decade sets. As you know from watching these episodes, I have a mixture of the 70 stars and also some of the cards that came with the 20th anniversary edition of Face to the Mat. Again, that's Face to the Mat from PLAAY Games, and you can go to the PLAAY website now to get your copy of either the game or the card sets, and of course that URL is play.com. That's 2 A's in the word play. All right, now it is time for our television title match. It's the Big Fish versus the Kid Cowboy, and let's see if the Big Fish can hold on to his championship. Our next match here on Old School Wrestling is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the OSWA Television Championship. And introducing first the challenger, making his way to the ring at this time. From Garber, Oklahoma, weighing in at 215 pounds, this is the Kid Cowboy, Jared Pickett. The Kid Cowboy makes his way to the ring. He's been having some fine showings as of late, and now is his first attempt at being a title holder here in the OSWA, but he's got a tall test ahead of him as he has a champion making his third television title defense. And introducing his opponent, representing the Big Deal and being accompanied by his tag partner, the Big Grabowski, from Mora, Minnesota, weighing in at 285 pounds. He is the current reigning and defending OSWA television champion. This is the Big Fish in the Small Pond, Marlon Kimbrough. All right, Marlon Kimbrough, the Big Fish, your current OSWA television champion, supposedly on a collision course with the man that he defeated, that being Mother Mertz a few episodes ago. Henceforth, Mother Mertz was injured, but he's going to be fully recovered by the time OSWA Livewire comes around, and Mother Mertz desperately wants that TV title back. But right now it's in the hands of the Big Fish, and we're going to go ahead with our pre-match roll here for this encounter, and we're going to go to Highlight Reel R for that. All right, so Highlight Reel R, and we have a 12 for that. The heel gets in the first blow before the bell sounds to begin the match for 1 point. So as we are, as the referee is holding up the title belt, saying that the OSWA television title is on the line, the Kimbrough gets a cheap shot in on the Kid Cowboy. Let's hurry up and get the bell going here as we are getting ready to get underway. And it's going to be a sneak attack as well, and Big Grabowski's going to get into the act too, and we have 2 points more there, and Kid Cowboy is in a world of trouble right now, and of course the Big Fish is cheat, so he's going to get a point there with a cheap trip up there, and another 2 points for cheat as well, as we have some more shenanigans going on between both the Big Fish and the Big Grabowski here, and Kid Cowboy, as I'm saying, is in a world of trouble now, but Big Fish is not the favorite. But Kid Cowboy, he doesn't have anybody helping him at this point, so we're going to go now to heavy, and that's the Big Fish as well. 3 points there for a body breaker. Totally dominating this TV title match right now. And another 3 points for the Big Fish for a big splash, and he's going to make the cover on the Kid Cowboy. 11-43 to kick out because of the chip. There's 1. There is 2. And there is 3. That is it. And the Big Fish makes very quick work of the Kid Cowboy in this match. And that's going to set us up for OSWA Livewire, where we are going to have that return match between the Big Fish and Mother Mertz. And we're going to go to Highlight Reel X for our post-match. All right, so let's see what it says here for Highlight Reel X. It's going to be a 65. Celebrity 2 fawns over the winning wrestler, reduced the wrestler's grudge grade by 1 point. And so so let's see which celebrity is going to come out here to take a big look at the Big Fish. It's going to be Bella Thorne, and so she's getting a mixed reaction for the crowd because of it, but we're going to go ahead and decrease the Big Fish's grudge grade off camera. It's going to go down from a -1 to a -2. But be that as it may, Big Fish, your dominant winner in this television title match, and he'll go on to face Mother Mertz at Livewire. We'll be back with more old school wrestling right after this timeout. It could be argued that that last match was an absolute beatdown. The Big Fish showing no mercy in destroying the Kid Cowboy. It's like the Cowboy never had a chance in that match. Apparently the Big Fish is not too pleased about the rumor circulating that the only reason he even has the belt right now is because of Mother Mertz's injury. He wants to prove to the wrestling world that he is not a fluke champion, that he is a legitimate contender, not only a worthy television champion, but he also wants to prove that he's world championship material too. He's almost pretty close to earning himself a world title shot, by the way. If he can get 5 straight title defenses under his belt, he could be in line for an OSWA World Title shot, whoever the champion may be when that occurs. Before we get to our main event, some coming attractions for Imagisport. Of course, OSWA Livewire coming up. That's going to be the next episode in this series. And again, more details on that coming at the end of the show today. Also coming up soon, the XHL will make its debut on Imagisport. If you recall, one of my live streams, I had the draft lottery for our XHL Co-op League, and I'm running the Baltimore Skipjack franchise in it. So I'm planning probably shortly after the new year to stream some of my home games from that league. I'll have a little bit more time. As some of you may know, I have a lighter work schedule in the winter months as opposed to right now in the fall. So like I said, look for the XHL to come on the channel, like I said, sometime shortly after the new year. Also like to get some roller derby on the table at some point. I'm starting a roller derby project with Roller Rumble, but again, just trying to find time with that and everything else going on has made it a little bit of a challenge, but that's something to look forward to in the spring as well. And of course, as I mentioned at the outset of this broadcast, I'm also working on my own cards and dice game, and so once that has been publicly released, I will make sure to give that some airtime here on the Imagisport as well. Just a few things to look forward to, and of course, as always, the archived content is always here for you to look back on here at Imagisport. All right, it is time for our main event. Who is going to take on Nick Kanicki and Dan Hammer for their titles at OSWA Livewire? Is it going to be Foreign Destruction, or is it going to be Sam Banner or Steve America? The waiting is over. We're about to find out. Let's go to the ring for our main event. And today's Old School Wrestling main event is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. It is the final match in the tournament to determine the number one contender for the OSWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, approaching the ring at this time, it's team number 1. Accompanied to the ring by Yefeni El Akid. Weighing in at a total combined weight of 1,080 pounds. From Bangalore, India, and Beijing, China, respectively. The Deep End, Bingchun Yi, members of Foreign Destruction. Foreign Destruction approach the ring to a chorus of boos here at the OSWA studios. They have run roughshod all over the competition to this point, but they have one more hurdle to overcome in order to get the World Tag Team title shot that the Affinity Kid so desperately wants. But this obstacle isn't just any obstacle. Instead, these two men are legends in this sport, and they have teamed together for a common goal, and that is to take Foreign Destruction down. And let's meet them right now. And coming into the ring now are their opponents. First up, from Bethesda, Maryland, weighing in at 315 pounds, this is Star Spangled Sam Banner. And his tag team partner from Griffin, Georgia, 275 pounds, it's Steve America. The fans in the OSWA studios are on their feet and cheering as the All-American duo of Sam Banner and Steve America approach the ring. These two have locked horns with Foreign Destruction before, have come out on the short end of it. We'll see if the tables are turned this time around. As the four combatants point the fingers of each other, let's go ahead and go to our pre-match roll. And for that, we're going to go to Highlight Reel O, and that is going to be a 26. The underdog wrestler, myth by TV announce comments, increased the grudge grade 1 point. So the USA chants are getting to Bingchun in the deep end, and their grudge grades are going to go up. We're going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll come back with this match. Okay, so the grudge grades have been changed, and the referee is now instructing Affinity Kid to go ahead and exit the ring. That way we can get this tag team match started. It's going to be Sam Banner and the Deep End going up against their respective teams. And here we go with our main event. Again, the winner of this match is going to go on to face the Blue Collar Mafia, Nick Kanicki and Dan Hammer, at OSWA Livewire. And we have a wild card chart right off the bat. So wild card result, here we go. 23 is the favorite. Sam Banner is the favorite. It's going to be a reversal. Favorite wrestler's option of exchanging team point totals with the opposing team doesn't really do a whole lot of good now because they're both at the start, so we're just going to move on. Neither one scored on the last fast action card. We're going to go to strong, but Banner is strong only on a square. The Deep End is strong all the time, so he's going to get Banner in a submission hold to start with, and let's see if Banner's going to break it. He does. He is. Well, no, he's not, because he's only strong on a square. So we're going to see when he's going to break it. He finally does break it. And so 2 points, though, for the Deep End, and no tag at this point. So we're going to move on. And we're going to go to help. And of course, Affinity Kid has to get involved here. So we're going to go to Highlight Reel M for that. And it's going to be a 22. We're going to go to Highlight Reel N. So going there, we have a 64. Face and heel switch the roles. Manager made choice to switch roles to or cut tie with wrestler. No, that's not going to happen in this one. Okay, so basically we're going to go back, and the Deep End is not. Oh, we should probably roll for the tag first. Doesn't really matter. There is no tag. Deep End's not the favorite. Banner's still not strong. He's still trying to get his wits about him here. And let's see what's going to happen here. It is. Well, neither team really scored, so basically the Deep End's going to make the tag in the Big Bingchun Yi. And we're going to have TV grades going on here, and Bingchun Yi has the bigger TV grade. He's going to pick Banner up, and he's going to body slam him down. And let's see what's going to happen. He's going to make the tag now, and the deep end comes back into this match as Banner is weakened a little bit here. So we're going to go to quick again. Banner is only quick on a square, so he's not going to do anything there. But smart. Banner's smart, however, and he does manage to get a point for a roundhouse kick. Let's see if that's going to be enough for him to make the tag, and it is. So Banner makes the tag finally, and in comes Steve America. And we're going to have a test of strength here. No, we are not, because both wrestlers... Wait, it's strong and powerful. So yeah, we are going to have a test of strength here between the two, and it looks like America is going to get 1 point for the first part of it. He's going to get another point. He's actually putting in some power against the deep end. Deep end comes back with a point of his own, and now the referee goes ahead and breaks everything up. Let's see if America got more points on that. Let's see if he makes the tag, and he does, and he'll make the tag back to Sam Banner. So here we go. Neither Banner's not a title holder, though, so we're going to flip it around, and we're going to go to mean, and the deep end is not mean, though. So we'll go ahead and let's see. Do we have a cheat on the table? We do not. How about the favorite? Oh, yeah, Sam Banner, you bet, is a favorite, and he's going to get 2 points for his efforts with a brainbuster, picking up the deep end and dragging him down. Let's see, is he going to make the tag? No, it's going to be a hot tag for the Foreign Destruction team, and in comes Big Bingchun Yi again. But we go to the trailing team, which this time is Sam Banner and Steve America. So Banner's going to get 3 points for a reverse and a knee lift. Is he going to make the tag? No tag there. It's still Banner and Bingchun Yi in the ring. And Bingchun Yi has the cheat quality, so he's going to get 2 points right there for a loaded boot. So with Banner staggering, the no tag is made, though. It's still going to be Yi and Banner, but Yi is not a favorite. And Banner and America are not helped, so we're going to go to the next action card. That's going to be powerful. They both are powerful. They both are on the same space, so it's going to go to the favored team this time. That's going to be Banner and America. 2 points for an underhook facebreaker. Do we make the tag here? Banner makes the tag into Steve America. Here we go. TV grades again. They are both at B's. So this time it's going to be the trailing team, Bingchun Yi. He's going to get 2 points here for a chin lock. So let's see. Will Bingchun Yi be able to make the tag? He does. And in comes the deep end. So next action card, the trailing wrestler. Okay, there is no trailing, so it's actually going to be the underdog team here. That is going to be the Foreign Destruction team, and they get 3 points right here. So they're going to get the first pin attempt of the match. It is 11-43, though, since we're on the chip. Deep end covers America, and we have, and America gets out at 1. But he has a chip to him. That's going to reduce his health a little bit. So here we go. Now let's see. Do we have an object quality? We do not. Do we have a smart quality? Yes, we do. They're both smart, but America's trailing, so he's going to get a point for an evade tactic. Is it enough to make the tag? No, it's not. Deep end pulls Steve America back to the center of the ring. We go back to TV grades. This time, though, again, trailing team. So America gets 2 points. He's going to get a gutbuster on the deep end. He's going to cover the deep end. Let's see what happens here. But deep end kicks out at 1. As we get closer and closer to the finish, is there going to be a tag for Steve America? There is. And so Sam Banner comes into the match. And so we go, though, with the specialty role. They're both in the same space, so it's going to the favorite team. So Sam Banner has the firecracker fireman's carry slam on the deep end for 3 points. That's going to set up the finisher. The Star-Spangled Slam, 11-53. Does he make it? He does! Slams deep end down, hooks the leg. America evades Bingchun Yi. 1, 2, 3. And now we officially have our number 1 contenders. As the fans go nuts at Sam Banner and Steve America, they're going to take on the Blue Collar Mafia at OSWA Livewire. And we're going to go to Highlight Reel X for our post-match. And what a great main event that was. And we're going to have 22, which is going to go to Highlight Reel Y. And on Highlight Reel Y, we have a 42. The Hotbox Ally, the winning wrestler, levels biting criticism of the Federation and the Commissioner, fails to notice the Commissioner approaching from behind, reduce the Allies' TV grade 1 letter grade. The ally of America and Banner is Colonel Union, and so basically he's coming out to help Euphemia like he get off Bay. But it looks like he made some remarks on camera that got picked up by the microphones that maybe he should not have made. So Z doesn't really like that too much. The last thing he wants is, getting in trouble with advertisers and the whole bit. So we're going to knock Colonel Union's TV grade down from a C to a D. But that doesn't really tarnish the fact that we now know what our tag team title match is going to be at Livewire. It's going to be Kanicki and Hammer going up against Steve America and Sam Banner, as the two of those defeated the Foreign Destruction team of Bingchun and the Diep End. All right, so let's go back to the studio for a wrap-up of today's show. So there you have it. That main event did not disappoint in any means, and it wound up with Sam Banner and Steve America being your number 1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. So with that result in the books, our OSWA Livewire card has been finalized. So before we go off the air today, I'm going to give you a rundown of every match you are going to see on that card. And I do not have a date that I'm going to have OSWA Livewire yet. Of course, I have to record the matches and put it all together in that, but I will put it as a premiere, so that way you can watch it live and chat as it is being aired on Imagisport for the first time. Again, that is going to be episode 28 of the Old School Wrestling series. So here's the complete card for OSWA Livewire. Mr. Henderson is finally going to be relieved of his suspension, but waiting for him is the man that he betrayed all that long ago, and that man is Roughneck Ron Cassidy. So those two are going to be going at it to kick things off. The Steamroller, Kevin Linton, as you saw earlier, made quick work of Crash Bradley, and he hopes to do the same to Crash Bradley's friend, Croc Wilson. Once again, Linton is blaming Bradley and Wilson for Mr. Everything getting injured and having us in the tag team scenario that we are in right now. So Linton to hopefully, make some more redemption for Mr. Everything. And we haven't really heard from Mr. Everything in a while about all this. So it'd be interesting to see what his feelings are about what Linton is doing. But hopefully we'll find out more on Livewire. Big Dog Dickerson is going to be taking on Colonel Union. The negotiator is trying to increase Big Dog's profile in the OSWA and actually landed him a match on this signature event. Of course, what would a signature event be without an open challenge from the self-proclaimed real-world champion Al Rose? He has demanded that someone worthy of his stature come out to the ring and face him at OSWA Livewire. So Z is going to give him that opportunity. Hopefully it'll be quick and it will not damage the reputation of this show. Match that's just added. The Rock Brothers with a rematch against Foreign Destruction, Bingchun and the Diep End. Their last match could have gone either way, and so I expect more of the same in this match coming up. And then plus we have, of course, our championship matches. The OSWA television title will be defended once again by the Big Fish, and he will be taking on the former champion, Mother Mertz, fresh off of his injury. Then for the OSWA Tag Team Championships, Nick Kanicki and Dan Hammer of the Blue Collar Mafia will take on that All-American team of Sam Banner and Steve America. And then finally, the match you've been waiting for, the main event of Livewire. The OSWA World Championship will be on the line as the Lobsterman defends his belt against the Chinese Bear, Kwang Choi. Once again, that is OSWA Livewire, episode 28. Stay tuned for when it is going to be posted as a premiere on the Imagisport YouTube channel. And that's going to do it for this edition of Old School Wrestling from all of us here at Imagisport. This is Derek Jones saying thank you once again for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And most of all, keep on rolling. We'll see you later.